Hi, this is Claudia Lopez with GNO. From coast to coast, millions of men and women are doing their best to improve their appearance, often trying to find out the secrets of celebrities, where today I'm exposing one of their secrets. His name is Gilberto, the master of hair extensions here in Miami. So here we have him, Gilberto, the master of extensions, le creme de la creme. How did you get that title?
Oh, working very hard. I actually, for 33 years, all I do is perfect everything that I get in my hands. I travel all over the world. Companies that I have worked with send me different countries in the world, between China and France and Europe, anywhere in the United States. And what I do is I train hairstylists that are in the same business. I'm a specialist in hair replacement and in hair extensions. So everything that we do here is private rooms, and we specialize in make women's. That's what my main goal is, make women look gorgeous, feminine, and beautiful, and make the hair grow while they have hair extensions.
Well, I did my research, and he's definitely the top notch. I also know that you've done a lot of celebrities. Would you care to share with us?
Sure. I from Shakira to Sofia Vergara, which is today's days is a big hit on the big screen, and then I have a lot of Spanish soul barbaras like Lorena Rojas and Aileen Mojicas, and a lot of them that I sometimes my mind can't think about it, but they all Telemundo. I work a lot with Telemundo and Univision.
Oh, and soon I'll be one of them, Claudia Lopez, right?
That's it, and then we're gonna do the whole 9 yard on you.
Well, we're gonna see step by step how this procedure, how this process goes, and I know I'm going to be ecstatic. I am going to be so satisfied. So let's start with the process.
The first we're gonna do, we're gonna go and wash your hair and get it ready to start these extensions. So everything we have it in the same room. So this way the client doesn't move in from one room to the next room. Nobody see the client, because the ones that come in here, we do everything inside the room. And then by the time she get out of here, her hair looks just gorgeous. Nobody knew that she has hair extensions or any problem. You know, it could be hair replacement for women that has cancer, or alopecia, which I'm a specialist in alopecia. Which I'm one of the top stylists that design the lace, which is what I have on. I'm completely bald on the top of my head, and then I lost my hair when I was 23 years old. And thank God to this career that I have, I got into it. And then when I got so happy seeing me with hair again, I say I gotta bring this to other people. I gotta share my all my knowledge and my feelings. So then I start doing the hair replacement first, men and women. And then like a year later, I saw women come with me with hair extensions, and her hair extensions were terrible. Bulky, bad hair. And which is still on today's days, there's still something like that in the market. So what I did is I started searching, traveling, going to hair shows, which I go about 15 shows in a year, and all over the United States. And in 2 months, I'm being in Spain, in one of the biggest shows in Spain in October, to get knowledge. Not only to work, not only to do things and teach, I also get a lot of knowledge every time I go to a hair show. So that's what makes me what I am. I never stop.
And it keeps improving,
right? It keeps improving, because there's always somebody coming out with an idea, or when I see something, I make that works better. Like the technique that I'm going to use in you, it's a technique that I've been using in California. Every movie star has it. And this guy come out with that idea and that concept in California, Beverly Hills. So I flew there. He teach me. I had to pay him a lot of money. And but I wasn't too crazy about the way he was doing it. So I find better cylinders, and then I change a little bit the technique. So I make it better. And then because I want, my whole concept when I do a hair extensions is that I want that hair to grow. So between 1 year and 2 years, she don't need hair extensions no more, like it happened to you a long time ago.
Yes, yes. Well, That's how much I love my viewers, you know. I would not do this if I didn't love you guys. Seeing me in this position.
That's it. That's it.
Sharing it all with you.
All the way.
But I know that we were conversing the other day, and you were telling me that people actually travel from different states all the way here to see you.
Different states and different countries. People. That's the reason why I have to be 5 minutes away from the airport, because I got a lot of people coming from South America and Central America and the islands, because they see me on TV. I do a lot of shows, talk shows. So they see me on TV and they fly to get the hair done. So a lot of people, I teach them how to take care of the hair so they don't have to come here every month or every 2 months. And other people, they don't mind because they have business. So they come in every 6 weeks or 8 weeks to Miami, and then I take care of them. But then I have a lot of professional hairstylists, which they send me clients when they come in here on vacation or doing anything, you know.
Well, that says a lot about his work. If people are actually traveling from different countries and different states, it says that he's, like I said before, la creme de la creme.
That's it. That's my whole idea is to do the best. And especially when they send me somebody recommended to me, I make sure that I do the work the way it's have to be done.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the results.
Oh yeah, in a few seconds we're gonna see how we work and how easy it is. This is the extensions. This is virgin hair, 100% virgin hair from. We bring this hair from Israel, and it's all virgin hair that is processed in Israel from India, but of course we get a virgin. And then there's no bohemian hair and there's no Remy hair here. It's virgin hair. And what we do is, what I'm doing right now, I'm gonna mark it and put exactly where I'm gonna place the extensions, which are going to mark in here, and then the other side. And after I do that, now is when I'm going to start doing my extensions. Hold on a second, you see.
And how long does this procedure take?
Okay, anything depends on how many I'm putting between. Like your precision is going to be 2 weft, and then in 2 weft, it might take me an hour to do.
So usually there is, you know, my hair is already long, so it
because your hair is
long. But if there's people
with short hair, then I have to use like 4 lines, 5 lines. That could be anywhere around 3 hours,
okay.
3.5 hours. But a lot of times I have professional hairdressers that work with me, my designers, and then we work 2 together. And then that, which we're gonna do it with you. We're gonna call one of the girls to help me out, and then we're gonna do this half time.
Okay.
Of the time that's supposed to be done. Now what I'm doing, when I start, I'm creating a knot. Instead of doing a braid like everybody else do, all the hair weavers do, that's why I don't call myself hair weaver. I'm a specialist in hair extensions. There's 2 big steps between hair weaver and me. Because a hair weaver only do one technique, and everybody look the same way. And a lot of hairstylists, they're learning easy way to do hair extensions. They don't want to do weaving. Everything, they want everything to be glue or bounding. And I have about 12 techniques that I use depending on the person. Let's say, for example, you're gonna go to you don't live here, and you come here like every 4 months or 5 months, then I cannot use the weaving on you. Then I have to use either gray length, hair dreams, or I have to use a technique called the I-tip, which is at cylinders 1 by 1.
Okay. Well, one question that I'm sure a lot of the viewers are wondering: how often this procedure? How often do I have to come back to get it redone? To get it tightened up.
Right. Okay. Your hair grows 1/2 inch every month.
Okay.
So exactly in 2 months, you have to come in to remove them and put them back again, because of what you're going to have 1 inch, and then the hair is going to start moving. And we don't want no damage to your roots.
Okay, and this doesn't damage your hair at all?
No technique damage your hair, really. It's who's doing it. If the person who's doing it is not really a specialist, they can ruin your hair, because when I do the hair after I finish, I'm going to teach you how to take care of your hair.
Okay.
And a lot of hairdressers do the extensions, but they forget how to train you.
Okay.
What do you have to do when you go swimming?
Okay.
What do you have to do when you take a shower, when you get out of the shower? How you have to dry it? Or if you go into a salon, how they have to wash your hair. So there's a lot of things with the hair extensions, and that's why sometimes people say, oh, it tangles, oh, it's too bulky, oh, it's this, is and it's because it wasn't training.
So it brings me to the question: you could go to the beach, you could go to the, go
Yes.
to the swimming pool.
Yes, jacuzzi.
You could live your life as
Normal.
if you didn't
As you never put hair extension, actually, like it's your own hair. The only thing that you cannot do with the hair extensions, and not even with your own hair, and people do it, is go to sleep with your hair damp. The hair must be dry to go to sleep. So I tell people, if you go out at night and your hair smells a little bit like cigarette or something, don't wash it unless you know you're going to dry it. Wash it the next day.
Okay.
And that's one of the biggest problems. They get lazy. They don't want to come in 2 months. They want to come in 3 months. So the hair is
That's when the hair gets damaged.
That's it.
You don't have to.
That's when they start getting a little bit of damage on the roots, pulling, and they can do like a little hole in the corner right here on the weft. And so what I'm doing right now, as you can see, you got this really close up now. Okay. See, what I do is these cylinders are very soft. They're very, very, very. It's a material that is very soft, so it doesn't crack or breaks the hair.
Okay.
Now your hair is not in a braid, so it's not going to be crinky and freezy when I remove these cylinders again. Okay. This hair is going to be in perfect condition because I'm working with your roots. And the best part of your hair is always your root because it's new hair and it's fresh hair. So all I'm doing is just, you can see, just doing like a little knot, that knot. I put this cylinder, go through, and then we weave it.
So the set of hair that you're gonna put on, how long does it last?
Okay, the hair itself, it could last about a year.
Okay, so you should change it every year.
Every year, and normally depends on how long your hair is. Like for example, yourself. In a year, your hair is going to be already the length of this hair.
Okay.
Okay, because
I'm excited about that.
Because your hair is long to begin with,
yeah.
But and some people that has very short hair and then they want this length, 22 inches, they have to wait at least 2 years.
Okay.
And then because my whole concern is that the hair extensions is really to make your hair grow.
Okay.
And then between a year or 2 years, you don't need hair extensions no more. Because otherwise, if you've been wearing hair extensions for more than 5 years, and you're still wearing hair extensions, whoever's doing your hair extensions is doing something wrong. What he's doing is cutting your hair every time he takes extensions off and put it in the back. Now, the ones that does a little more damage to the hair is the one that you put 1 by 1.
Okay.
And then you use the heat to melt the glue. Because of the polymer that like they call him, because if the hairdresser is not very, very careful, he can burn your hair when he put it in, and he can crack the hair and break your hair, and that's going to make your hair weak. So, but if they go every 4 months and remove them, that's a big difference. But if they go every 6 months or 7 months and remove them, the hair's going to be all tangled, and it's going to be, and you're going to have little bald spots in your head, for sure. That's why when somebody asks me that question of which one's the best one, I tell them each technique what it does to the hair. And I recommend more weaving, either braid, because I do braids too. I do the braids but different, more fine. I use a different technique. The same thread that I'm going to use in you to connect the extensions with the weft that I'm doing. Is invincible nylon thread. It's no polyester, because polyester is this. This is polyester, and this doesn't lock good. See, that's polyester. It's a good thread, but when you're weaving it don't hold the hair no more than 2 weeks or 3 weeks, or they have to put a little bit of glue. They do a lot of stuff, but the problem is when they're coming back to get tining. Take them off and put them back, it could happen a lot of things in there.